all these predictions of what's going to happen to the party and whether millennials are going to be alienated and all these things, people, you cannot tell. You can tell the long-term future. That is, I can tell you you're going to die. I can tell you America will one day fall and be gone because all things that are built by human beings fall and are gone. I can tell you kind of what's going to happen with the economy tomorrow, maybe for the next couple of weeks. Maybe I've got some predictive ability. It's that middle line where people start to tell you what's going to happen over the next couple of years. And it's always the same people who on election night were telling you that Donald Trump was going to lose by a landslide. The same people are now telling you what's going to happen 2 years. You cannot do that. You cannot know what the ramifications are going to be. If anything, the election of Donald Trump, a guy who obviously has been handsy with women himself, has actually brought this matter out into the open and is kind of purifying some of these organizations. What is the thing that they are all? It's not just this. It's the Russian collusion thing. It's climate change. What is the moral question of our time? Because what they're saying to you is you are not moral if you vote for Roy Moore. And I would argue, by the way, Donald Trump, this is cut number 11, he made this speech in Pensacola, and he said this, and this, to me, sounds completely rational.
We cannot afford, this country, the future of this country, cannot afford to lose a seat in the very, very close United States Senate. We can't afford it, folks. We can't. We can't afford to have a liberal Democrat who is completely controlled by Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. We can't do it. We can't do it. His name is Jones, and he's their total puppet, and everybody knows it. He will never, ever vote for us. We need somebody in that Senate seat who will vote for our Make America Great Again agenda.
Okay, so that seems perfectly rational to me. That's a political consideration, and that's what we're playing here is politics. It's not my life, it's politics, right? This is a part of my life where I judge who is going to govern the country. So fair question to ask, is the guy running so morally corrupt that he can't govern? Fair question. If that is not true, if I can't decide whether it's true or not, I can't see whether it's true, why are you telling me that Mitt Romney tied his dog to a car? Why are you telling me that maybe 30, 40 years ago, in a manner I cannot judge, maybe 30, 40 years ago, Roy Moore put his hand on the bra of an underage girl? I mean, that's a terrible thing to do. It's an awful thing. But how the hell do I know? How am I supposed to judge that? And why am I complicit if you tell me when you're wrong about so much, if you then tell me this is true? What is the issue that I feel that all of this is getting away from? It is the moral issue of our time. It is the issue of whether people should be free. Whether you and I should be free. Who makes the decisions in our country? Who decides how the dollar you just made by your hard work is going to be spent? Who makes that decision? Who decides how your business is going to be run, how you're going to worship, how you're going to exercise your conscience in the world? Who makes that decision? Is it Barack Obama in the White House or Donald Trump in the White House? Or is it you? Is it you in consultation with your priests and your moral counselors? Is it you? You know, everybody who struggles with the issue of God eventually struggles with the question of evil. And they ask themselves, why does God permit evil? And the answer always comes back because the first thing before morality that God values is freedom. He didn't say to Adam and Eve, you will not touch the forbidden fruit. He said, you do not touch it. He gave them a command and let them free to obey or not to obey. If freedom did not come first, it's implied in every page of the Bible. If freedom did not come first, there would be no evil. If freedom did not come first, God would simply move us around like pawns on a chessboard. Freedom comes first, and freedom is under threat by a government and a country. In a country that is this large, the government is going to get large. But it still has to be restrained. And every day, every time a guy runs for office, the first question, the first and most important moral question is he going to make me more free or less free? So far, Donald Trump has made me more free. He has cut down on regulations, and I'm not that constrained by regulations because so far the First Amendment protects me in what I do, but it matters to my neighbor. He is defending a cake maker's right to exercise his religious rights, even if it gives a gay guy the feels and he feels bad about it. I support the gay guy's right to live the life he lives, but are these people going to make me more free is a bigger, more important question. And what they're using emotion. Let me give you an analogy. It is as if you were sitting in the middle of a nuclear terrorist attack, right? Terrorists were converging on your building, about to set off nuclear bombs, and they found the guy who stole a teddy bear from a child. And they said, look, this guy who's going to stop these terrorists has stolen a teddy bear from a child. Oh, what's wrong with you? Do you believe in stealing teddy bears from a child? Are you going to participate and be complicit with a guy who steals teddy bears from a child? And you're going, wait a second, this is the guy who's going to stop the terrorist attacks. If these people are going to keep me free, then you better show me they are perverse to their core, corrupt to their core, before I send another guy who's going to take away that 2-vote margin that Trump has to pass tax reform, to cut government back, to make us more free and roll back the slow, steady growth of government that has been taking over this country for way, way too long. You are being scammed. It is just like that incident in the alley. It is all of them, including us sometimes, because I can't help but report on the sex scandal. It's interesting. I know it draws you in. I know, I want you to listen, and I know it makes you talk. All of us are complicit. You have got to keep your mind on the moral question of the time, which is your freedom.